Hi and welcome to customer billing system. So let me show you guys how this works. I'm going to reset the whole process. Now enter right here name, so whatever the name might be. Let's say it's Tony Montana, and address of Montana is 5. Let's say Denton Highway, and the postcode we can say 77TX. Mobile number of Montana, there we go. Email address T Montana. So let's say that is gmail.com. Nationality, let's just make up something. I'm going to say it's from Iran. And date of birth of Montana, prefer not to say. ID of Montana, he's a student, male is having that and that. What about drinks, which we are charging for? He wants 2 of those. He has a friend, he wants 2 coffees as well, and he loves African drinks. 1 of those, and maybe 1 American. Now click on total. There we go. That's the details of Mr. Montana. So what I'm going to do now is to take you guys straight into Python development environment, and we'll put one of these very advanced and beautiful tutorial together. So let's do that now, guys. Hi and welcome to Python tutorial of customer billing system. I'm going to start by importing the following. That's where I've imported Tkinter. Here I've imported Tkinter with a TTK. Random for randomly generated numbers, and this is for message box. The rest is just for date and time. So the next thing I'm going to do now is, so let me create my class there. So this very class, I will call it customer. There. Then I will now define my function or method. So init, and in there let me say self, comma, root, close that, and enter column there. Now let's say self dot root equals root, and self dot root again dot titles. So that's where I'll enter my own titles. So since it's going to be customer billing system, I might as well just enter that in here. There we go. Right, close that up. And now let's specify the geometry. The geometry in this case is going to be very similar to my own screen resolution, so depend on your own screen resolution. So I'm going to say geometry, and let's make that 1350 by 750 plus 0 plus 0. That means it's going to start from up here, okay, and down all the way. Now self dot config, you can enter config or configure. That is going to be for my background, and my favorite background, for those of you who know, my favorite background is going to be powdered blue. Let's enter powdered blue, and there. So the next thing I'm going to do now is, so let me use this opportunity anyway just to round it all off. let's say if enter column name equals main, and let's enter, we should have entered column here and another one here, and close that, enter semicolon there, or column, and say equals root, that's root equals tk there, and my application itself, application equals the name of my class up there is called customer, and the customer is going to be right inside the root there. So let's say root dot main loop, there we go. So the main loop in this case, we just loop around back and forth to the program. So this is how I've closed my program. So let me save it now, then we run it. The only thing you guys will see, and do that, the only thing you will see is just a big blue form. So let's go to file, save as. So right in here we enter as follows, that's the name of my file, Python customer billing system. So let's save that. There we go, my product now has a name. Let's run it and see how it's going to look like. We do have an error there. Let's see why. See the spelling of my class. Okay, so that's where the error is. Let's correct that. There we go. So let's run it again. And there we go, just a big blue interface. So close that. Now the next thing I want to do is to define my frames. Okay, to take care of the frame, I'm going to start by giving the following name. I'm just going to call it ABC equals frame, and that's itself dot root, comma, I'm going to go for BG equals my favorite color, and that is going to be powder blue as well. Let's put a comma there, and I'm going to set a border of about 20 and reflect. I'm going to say that equals rigid there. Okay, the next thing I like to do now is ABC dot grid. So that is the frame that will be around the whole system. So if I save and run, let's correct this first. There we go. Okay, save and run. You might not be able to see it, but it's right there. Okay, next thing is I'm going to define another frame. Let me copy this and paste it right underneath here. Just call that ABC1. You can call your frame whatever you like. That's what I want to call mine. Now ABC1 is right inside ABC. Okay, and let's define the width and the height. So supposing we say border equals 14 and width equals 135, comma, height equals, let me go for 300 for now, comma, and get it padded equals about 10, comma, let's get rid of this because that's already there, Okay, now define the column. Let's say column or row first. Row equals 0 and column equals 0 as well. I would like it to span, column span, let's make that, I'm going to say 4 for that, and strictly equals W, right? Okay, there's a comma missing here. Let's enter that comma in here as well, and save that and run it and see how it's going to look like for now. There we go. Alright, let's add more frames to it. So I'm just going to copy this, copy, come right down there, paste that, and this is going to be A2, ABC2, and ABC2 is inside ABC1. Okay, as for ABC2, I'm going to change this to 450, and this is and the height is going to be 488, right? So padding and so on remain the same. Okay, what about row is going to be 1 and there. So let's run it and see. There. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just speed up the whole process. Let's copy this and change it around and get back to you guys shortly. Okay, this is how it all looks now. So if I run it now, this is what you guys will see, right? But I still don't like this upper part of it. Let's change that to 100 and run it again. There we go. This is how the framework looks like now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to declare some variable, then add some data in there, but it's going to include the date and the title. So what I'm going to do now is close that. The first thing I like to do is let me declare the following variable. So I'm going to call that date1 equals string variable. So there. So the next one is going to be time 1 equals, that's just the name of my variable, so you can call yours whatever you want. The choice is yours. There. If you look up here, let's come up to the libraries imported. I've also imported the time, that is the time in there. So what I would now do for the time is I'm going to say, first of all, let's say date1 dot set. So that would be time dot string time, and I'm going to enter as follows. Let's say £sign and backslash %m backslash, and the next one is going to be for the year, that's in uppercase. Close that. So I will repeat exactly the same thing for the time. So I'm going to copy that, paste that there, and as for the time, I'm just going to change this to time 1. So that's the variable that I declared earlier on. So let's get it indented properly. So in here, that's going to be h. That's for the hour. I need the minute there. And this one is going to be seconds. Right. Now, the next thing I would like to do is, let's get a title on board. Right below the data for the date and time, I'm going to comma that right there. So let's say self dot, let's give it a name, LBL title equals label, and this label we the resident right inside ABC1 and comma text. So this text is going to be for the date. So let's say the variable text variable equals date 1. So I'm now calling this very date now in here. So let's add a comma, and for the font it's going to be equals, I'm going to just make that area anyway, area, let's say that's going to be about 30. I can always change it around, and that should be a comma, and this is wrong as well. Let's change this to a comma, and let's make it bold, close that up. Right, the next thing is, let's get it padded, and that is going to be 9 equals 9. Get rid of that, comma, what about border? BG equals 5. You can always change that if you guys don't want. You can change that to whatever you want. And BG, this should be B, that's for the border, and this one is for the background color. The background color in this case is going to be candidate blue. Right, close that, and comma. What about the font color itself? I can make that Conslake, right? And what else do we have to do? Get that close, dot grid, and that's going to be for row equals 0, yeah, and column equals 0 as well. Close that, and this should be dot, right? Okay, so all I'm just going to do now is to copy these, copy and paste it for the next one, and another one here. So let's move this up and get it indented as well, front and the indent here, one more, there we go. Okay, and that's fine, but we need to indent this one. All right, okay, here I think there's one bracket, close bracket missing. That's fine. Now for this very one, let's come in here. You see where we have text here. I'm going to change this one, this very one, to text equals as follows. So I'm just going to call that customer whatever, customer billing system. I'm going to copy that, come right down here and just paste that in there. There we go. Okay, that's fine. And this very one, I will change this one to time. Now if this is 0, the column, then this column will be 1 and this will be 2 there. Okay, this is 2, take that off. Okay, so let's separate it so that you guys can see the code. So there we go, and I'm going to now run and save. Let's see how it's going to look like. There we go, guys. You see how that looks? So we have the date, title, and yeah, this is the time. Okay, that's fine. So what I need to do now, you see the time, I don't, that should be column there. So let's go back in there and get that changed. So close that, and in here I'm going to enter column here as well. And if I run it, this is what you will see. Run and save. There we go. So that's it sorted now. So let's close that. But before then, here I'm going to enter a text, and in here I'm going to enter some buttons. So I'm going to close that, close this, and right there I need the following. Okay, here, yeah, that would be ABC6. That would be for the button. Okay, so I'll scroll right down here. So let's start by just breaking it apart so that we know what we're doing. So for the buttons, that will be right underneath here. Okay, so let's move this here a little bit. So I want to add my button right here. The first button, that will be for the total. Self dot btn total. That's going to be the name of my button, equals button, widget button. Open a bracket. That very button is going to be inside ABC6, and that is the frame right here. I'm addressing that now. Comma. Then the pattern, I'm going to make that about, let's go for maybe 14, comma, then y-axis pattern, that will be about 7, comma, and we then need the border. Then we also need the font and so on. Let me just copy all of these and just dump it right here. Okay, I'm not going to need this very one, so I'm going to get rid of that. But I will need the font. So let's look for font. Here we go. Copy all of this font. Paste that right here instead of typing. So here I'm going to change that to reduce the font size. Let's put a comma here and specify the width equals 5. What about the height? Make that equals 2, comma, then say BG equals powdered blue. There. Then comma, what about the text on this very button equals total. Dot grade equals, let's say row equals 0, comma, and column equals 0. Let's close that. Alright, that's fine. So this should be black. Let's change that to black. Right, I can just copy all of these now. Copy. Paste and paste again. Right, and this, I'm going to change the name of these to, let's call that reset. And the content in here will be a reset as well. Where's the text? that will become reset. And let's see if that is reset. We want this to be column 1, and this is going to be column 2, and this will be exit. Let's change this to exit as well. Right, you can just try it out, run and save. Let's see, there we go. You see that, guys? That's good. Nothing is happening right now, so let's add something here. Close that and close this. So for this very text box here, this very one, let me show it to you again. Here, let's enter some text in there. So come there and just, there we go. So that should create the text that we want in there. Run, save. Let's see. There we go, guys. Look at that. That's fine. Now let's populate these other 2 frames. Okay, let's do that now anyway. And the first thing I would like to do is up here. Let me copy this and right underneath here, just enter that, and maybe another one. Okay, the first one is going to be, let's set it for save dot lbl cost underscore ref equals label, and the label is going to be inside ABC2 comma, and let's just speed that up, and right there, that's the first label taken care of. You see this very label. If we decide to run it, this is what you guys will see, and this is how it's gonna look like there. So I need a text box right in front of this very label. So let's come right down here and just enter as follows. Okay, so let's run this and see how it's going to look like. There we go. So what I'm going to do now for the rest is I'm just going to copy this and change it around and do that. Copy that again, paste, and let's say this is going to be 1 and this will be 1. So if I run that now, before I start changing the names, this is how it's going to look like. You see that, guys? Okay, and let's say we add the third one. There, and the fourth and the fifth. So let's change the names around. This is the first one, rule 1, so rule 0, rule 1, and this is going to be rule 2, and this is 3, and this is going to be 4. Then we'll run it and see how it looks like. Let's see now. You see that, guys? So I'm now going to speed it up and just change the content we have in there. Alright, so let's let's add some variables anyway as well. So close that. Okay, I'm going to add some variable up here before I change it all around. Okay, I now have my variables in place, so if I run it, there's not going to be much changes anyway, apart from the variables that I've just added. Right, so let me just show you my variables if you want to copy those down. Those are my variables. I'm going to be using them it's on each of these widgets. So let's scroll right down. Right, you see right here. So I'm going to enter the following variables, or maybe we should declare it here. So let's say text variable equals, the very first one is going to be customer ref. Customer ref variable is right here. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to call the next one, which is going to be first name. Let's see, the next one is going to be first name right here. So let's come right down here. It's text box. Oh, let me just paste first name there, comma, and just copy this. And I'm going to change the names around as well. So the name here is going to be first name. Right there. And this is first name. First name as well, txt first name. And then just speed up the rest. Yeah. So I'm gonna speed that up and see. Let's see how it looks like before I speed it up. Okay, let's see how it all looks like. There we go. Customer reference, first name, and as you all know, this will be surname and so on. So I'm going to now speed that up because I've already copied it, and just get back to you guys shortly. Okay guys, this is how it all looks like. Okay, first name, surname, address, and I believe you would like to see what I have in here. So let's move this in here so that you can see it properly. I think I may have to, yeah, that's it. You can see that, and I would like you to see this as well. Right, this is how it all looks like. These are the widgets we have in there. So I've entered them in their various roles. Okay, let's take an example from here. This is the name of the widget itself. LBL, email. Email is inside ABC2, and that's supposed to be my frame. And this is the font. Area 12, make that bold, and name of the text is email. Then I want x-axis padding is 2, y-axis padding is 2, font color is this, Consilk, and we have BG, background color of this, candidate blue. And right here, that's where I get it on the row. The row is row 6, column 0, and strictly west. The same thing applies to the text box. Okay, so have a good look at it. That is how it all looks like. Get this down so that you can see it, and this down as well. Down. Okay, this down. So let's run it and see. It's exactly the same line of code creating the widget. There we go. Those are the widgets. Apart from this, I'm going to show you what I've done in here. You have Kenya hit there, British, Nigeria, India, Iran, Morocco, Canada, and Norway. Those are my people there. Okay, now let's come in here. See right here where I have the combo box. Take a very good look at the combo box. This is what I've done with the combo box. See this very combo box? That's how the widget is declared. from here. Let's take it from here. Okay, and that is why I imported ttk dot, and that's the ttk right there. Okay, if I scroll right back down, let's look at the column. That's the library for the column there imported. And inside this column I have the following countries. Okay, Britain or British, Nigeria, Kenya, Indian, Iran, Morocco, Canada, France, and Norway. Those are the countries that will appear in the combo box, and so on. And the same thing applies to the rest of the combo box. If you take a good look at the ID card combo box, we have pilot license, driving license, student ID, and passport. That is how you add them onto the combo box. Okay, so if I run it now, I'll just show you all of the combo box. Run, and there we go. That's how it all looks like. Yeah, that's not bad. Good. So exit is not working. None of this works yet. So we need to take care of the other ones. Okay. So as for the other one that we have in here, the other frame, so it's going to be exactly the same thing, but this time around just need some text box and labels. So I'm just going to copy one of these and just populate it. Okay, for the second column, this is how the lines of code look like. We're just creating widget in there. So let's scroll down, have a good look at it. Now down a little bit more, up to the mobile phone, emails, nationality, and this is where I've created another combo box. Bring it down. Combo box for male and females. Have a good look at that, and the labels. Let's come down here so that you can see the rest of the codes there. Right, so bring it down. See, I had to speed this up because there's a lot of coding in there. What's this all about? It's just all about copy and pasting. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to now run it so that you guys see what I'm talking about. And that's how it all looks like for now. So what is left for me now is to take care of these buttons. So let's start with the exit button first. Close that, and right here, those are the lines of code for the exit. That's the function there. So I'm now going to call this function inside the button itself. Copy that. Okay, you can see it. That's the function name, exit. iExit equals this message box. And for your information, this message box will not work if you do not import this. So you must import that. Okay, let's come back in there again. That is it. Okay, that's the function for exit. Let's go right down where we have our exit. That is exit right here. So to call that, all you just need to say is comma, enter command equals exit. That is it. So I've just called the exit inside that very button. So if I run it now, and let's try the exit key out. There we go, guys. No, I don't want to exit. Yes, I want to exit. That's the exit fine, taken care of. Right. Okay, the next thing I'd like to do now is to show you the variables. So let's come in here. Those are the, let's take it from the top and bring it down. Those are the variables that I intend to use. Okay, that would be for the customer's details and mails and so on. And here, that's going to be used with the checkbox. And here are the other variables for the drinks they have in the house. There. So if we look at these variables now, let's run this and see. You notice all of these have a 0 in them, so I need to take the reset button. So I want to copy these as well, so that I can put that inside resets. Yeah, come right down. Okay, that's the function for the reset. Look at it. Okay, if I click and add those ones, let's get it indented. That means whatever value we have in there will be converted to 0. So let me call this reset right inside the button resets. So right here you say comma command equals reset. So that's the resets taken care of. Let's see. Okay, we won't be able to do anything with this one just yet. If I click on reset, all of this should turn to 0. Let me check and make sure there's no error. So that is fine. Exit works. Right. Okay, what is left for us is we also need to be able to reset these buttons, this checkbox. So I'm going to exit out now. Let's go inside the reset itself, because those buttons are called values. There we go, there they are. Okay, I have it 1 to 8, so let me just copy all of this and bring it down here inside my reset. Now just change dot set. Dot set, let's say equals 0. There, that's all. So I'm going to copy this and use it to replace all of this. Because the value is either 1 or 0. If it's 1, that means it's checked. If it's 0, that means it's unchecked. So there. Select it all and get it indented. Then we try it out. Right. So that's the checkbox. Resetting the checkbox. Let me see now. Select it all. There we go. That's fine. Okay. That is fine. If you're wondering where I have these variables, they are all right inside my check buttons here. There we go. Look. Check button. Variable equals 1. That's it. The value is 1. Okay, and when the value is 0, it will be unchecked. That's the second one. The third one, variable 3, value 1, and the fourth, fifth, sixth. And we have it up to date. Right. Now we can reset as follows. We can reset all of this. This, I need to check how many of those I can reset. I can reset everything here, but here, no. So let's come in here. Exit and go right inside that very code right there. So let's see. Okay, all that we now need to do is to make sure we're able to reset these ones as well. So let's exit out and come right there in the code. There we go. Those are the lines of code that reset all of those components. So I'm more or less taking care of my reset. That's it. Okay, bring it down there. These are for the checkbox, these are all for the text box, all cleared, and the combo box itself, and this is just for the text box as well. So when I run it now, enter whatever in there, select something, right, click on reset, and let's check all of this as well, and let's enter some value here to be sure that the reset works as expected. Reset, there we go, that is fine. Now the next thing that is left for me to do is to be able to click on this, and I enable this and enter data in there for all of these, and then add up the total. Okay, so let's try that. Alright, to take care of this, I'm going to start by coming in here. So maybe underneath here, let's declare a variable. Right, let's come right down here, let's comment that out. Now I'm going to enter as follows: function, let's say chk latte there. So that's my function. I would then enter if statement. If the value equals 1, if value 1 dot get equals 1, then txt latte dot config or configure. Configure, and the state of that is equals to normal. Right, okay, that's fine. Then let's say latte itself, txt latte dot focus. So once I click on that checkbox, the focus is set on the text box itself, and latte dot delete, get rid of the 0 in there. Let's come in here and just comma, let's say end. Okay, so the next thing now is, let's just say latte, that's the variable, dot set equals nothing, else if, let's take that out, yeah, as if the value 1 dot get equals 0 equals 0, then I want the state of latte to be disabled. So let's copy all of these. I'm going to copy that and modify it, paste. I want this to be indented, so this one's going to be disabled. There we go. Y latte is going to be 0. Okay, so changes to sets to 0. Right, get rid of this one, we don't need this. There, I think that should do it. So I'm going to run it now and just try out the very first one. Okay, let's see. Oh, that should be column, not semicolon. Right. Let's run it again. Select latte. Okay, when I select latte, I expect that. Okay, it's not gonna work because I actually need to call this. So let's come right down here. Let's go right there. Keep going. Right here. Yeah, I meant to call that. So right in here, I'm going to enter command. Let's say command equals, I think, chk latte. I think that is what I call it. I'm going to highlight that, go up there and check. Yes, chk latte. So let's run it again and see what's going to happen. We have an error somewhere. What am I doing wrong? Copy this. Come right down in here. Just that. Okay, I can't see any error here. Let's check the codes again. I'm gonna go up here. Let's see. Oh dear, I think it's got to do with the indentation, so let's select it all and I'm going to de-indent it. Right. Okay, and let's run it and see. There we go. Click. There we go, guys. You see that? So I can then enter value straight in there. Just carry out whatever I want to do. So the next thing is I'm gonna come down right here, just copy these lines of code for the other 8. I think in total it's 8. Yeah, 8 for the other 7. Just copy and change the names around. Paste. That's good. Paste, and I'll just speed that up and get back to you guys shortly. Okay, that is it, all done. So have a good look at the functions for the check buttons. Here they are. So I will now call each of these functions. Okay, so we'll bring it down so that you see the rest. There are 7 buttons in total there, and that's the last one. Okay, so let's come up here. I've called these. I'm gonna call this now. Copy this one. We need chk ice. So scroll right down, and this is called already. We need that of ice to be called right there. Let's enter comma command equals there. So that is called. So let's go for the next one. Next one is Veil Coffee. Scroll right down, look for Veil Coffee. And okay, yeah, there we go. Right there. Command equals Veil Coffee. So I guess you guys get the whole idea. I'm now gonna speed that up and get back to you shortly. Okay, all done. All of the method or function they've all been called now. So let's run this program and see how it's gonna look like. And there we go, guys. Look at that. That's fine. Okay, and check there. So all that is left for us to do now is just to add up the total. Now what I want to do is to make this button actually work, the total button, and I'm going to add some date here and reference number, then with the receipt. So let's come in here, close that. See where I have all my variables. Let me copy this customer reference first, and I'm going to paste it right underneath here. So as for this customer reference, I'm going to set that as follows, and that is going to be random number dot rand int, and I'm just going to specify the value or the range. Let's say that's the range, comma. So that should hopefully generate the customer's reference number right within this range, and this customer reference number should be a variable inside my text box. So let's come right down here, look for the text widget for that. There we go, that is it. I've already called that. Now as for the date, variable date1 was declared. Let's see, there we go, date1. So I'm going to add the date1, date of transaction. So let's come right down here where we have date. Okay, first thing, let's run it so that you see the reference, how that works. Let's see. Okay, I should have closed that twice. Yeah, that's closed. Run it again. Now what? Oh, this is lowercase. Alright, let's try it again. There we go. Now we have our random number working. That's good. Now the next thing I'd like to do is for the date, I want to be able to display the dates. So let's look for dates. Scroll right down. I already have date in place though. See, you can see the date up here, so I'm just going to copy it and paste it in here and here, which means you can always make amendment or change whatever date we have in here. So close that. Let's look for check in and check out. There we go, check in and check out. That's going to become date 1. So we can always change that of date number 2 to checkout 1. Right, run that and let's see. Okay, if we have to change this, then we'll change that. Okay, so that is that. So that's the date. Now the next thing we need to do is, since this is just a takeaway bar, so I think the date is fine. So the next thing we need to now do is for the total itself. As for the total, I'm going to declare a function. Let's come up here. Okay, right here, in here is fine. Okay, so let me just copy this and change it around. Paste. And that is going to be called, let's say, cost of item. That is the name, and here declare as follows. Hey, let's copy the customer, the reference. I'm going to need that in there because reference will change and depend on customers. So let's paste that in there as well. Reference. Now let's say item. Let's say item number 1 equals float, and what are we floating is going to be e underscore latte dot get. So whatever we have in there. Okay, so latte, let me show you where is latte. That is it. So I've just called it. So whatever we enter in there is added. So the next one is going to be that of espresso, espresso, this one. Copy that. Let's go in here. So that is item 2 equals float, paste that, dot get, and I'm just gonna copy that and speed it up. Okay, and I'll get back to you guys shortly. Alright, that's how it's looking now. So let's add all of those up. So I'm going to enter them inside what I'm going to refer to as price of drinks. Okay, equals, let's say item 1. I'm going to say multiply that by £1.20. Close that, and we're gonna say plus item 2 multiply item 2 by 1.05 and so on. There. So those are all the items in place. Good. There we go. So this means return to the next line. Now let's come down here. The next thing is I need that to be inside my subtotal. So I already have the variable for subtotal and total there somewhere. There we go, there they are. So I might as well just copy all of those. I don't know if I'm going to need that. Copy that and bring it down. I don't have total dates. I'm going to get rid of that. I've reversed that. So these are the ones that I'm going to need. Copy. Come right down here. Where is it? Yeah. Paste and paste. Now let's take care of subtotal. In case of subtotal, that is going to become, let's say, so for the subtotal, let's copy this. I'm going to say subtotal of items equals, because I want it in pounds, comma, string, and I'm going to enter percentage there, go to 2 decimal place. Close that off, and percent, and that's going to be this total price here, and that goes right here. There. Right, that is for subtotal. Now this will go inside subtotal. Copy all of that, and this will become dot set equals that. That is the subtotal. Get rid of this where it is. them off. Just rearrange them in order. That's for the subtotal. As for the tags, I'm going to declare another variable. I say the tags itself is tags equals, let's say all of these here. Paste that in here, and let's come in here and just say multiply by 0.15 there. That is the text. Okay, close that. I'll close this. That will be for my tags, and then this tags will come right in here. Dot set tags. Alright, that is tags taken care of. Now we need to take care of total. For total, let's go for total cost. Total cost TT equals, I'm going to copy all of these. Paste that in here. Now, total cost. Let's add another bracket here. This is this. Okay, we want the total cost. Now we now need to convert that very total cost. So I'm going to say TT equals everything here. Paste that in here, and I need to add TT to it plus TT, because here I've worked out the total cost. Alright. So this is actually total tax. Okay, let's change that to tax. Alright, then that very tax is here now. That's the tax I added to the cost of rent to get the total cost itself. And total cost, this one here, is now going to be inside dot set there. So to find out if this is going to work, I'm going to copy this first. Let's call that inside the button total. So let's come right down here, button total. So it's going to be command equals that. Right. Okay, I'm going to run it now. So first of all, let's correct this, get rid of that, and here add one more bracket. So let's run it and see how it's going to look like. Run. There we go. So we go for latte, and let's say 2 of those. This latte, African coffee, American coffee, and one of those. Click on total. There we go, guys. Look at that. That is working fine. So you can get your receipts. Suppose you get rid of that, get rid of the American, and that's what we want. Let's see what's going to happen with that now with the customer's reference. There we go, and the reference changes as well. Now all that is left for us to do is this will be manually entered, and we just need to take care of the receipt. Right, so clear. So all that is left is for the receipt. I'm just going to have to speed that up. This is the cost of everything, so if we bring it down, and that is your receipt there. The receipt is inside the cost as well. There we go. So if you like, you can also add the reference. The choice is yours. Or maybe we should just add the reference. Let's copy this. I'm going to paste that in there. Let's get the reference. This one, without that, and come right inside the receipt here and just paste that here. Change this to get, and this will become customer's reference. There we go. That's the reference. So that's the receipt. That's how I've prepared the receipts to look like. So if I run it now, okay, espresso, yeah, click on total, there we go, and that's the customer's reference right there. So with that, guys, looks like we are almost done. So let's enter details in here. Let's say the name for this customer is Paul Oman, and address number 1 Godson, postcode mobile number, email address, paul@gmail.com, nationality, let's say I am from, I'm from Britain, and do we need date of birth? Why do you want to know that? I prefer not to say. ID type, captain, pilot, male, date, yesterday's date, meal I'm having, okay, that, and room type, that's my room type, and the drink I'm having maybe is as follows. I want African coffee, why not? I want one of those. Let's click on total, and there we go, guys. So with that, I'm going to call it the end of this very advanced Python tutorial, and I suppose you guys enjoy it. You all have a nice day now. Bye for now, and please do subscribe and thumbs up. Have a nice day.